I am so happy to be here with you. This is super impromptu. I want to share with you how to actually transform your body over 40. I'm going to give you 6 simple steps that are going to support you in doing this. If you are new to me, I'm Melissa Kathryn. I am known as a spiritual nutritionist. I am a holistic nutritionist. I specialize in supporting you in living your best life in a body that you love, getting away from all limitations, but we reprogram the mind here. We talk about cellular healing. We talk about identity shifting, and we talk about you holistically living and thriving as the best version of yourself. So let's get into today's video. Before I head off to my workout, guys, I really want to share with you a few pivotal things that are going to support you. So number 1, I am heading to the gym. What am I going to do? I'm 46 years old. I don't have a thyroid. What is the workout that I'm going to do? Well, I don't sit in the gym all day. Step number 1, point number 1 that I'm going to tell you to transform your body over the age of 40 is to please stop doing HIIT workouts. Let me explain. This is not to never do interval training. What this is to stop doing is plyometrics and things that are essentially what they're doing is spiking your cortisol and having you hold weight. That might have been great when you were in your 20s. But what we want now is for you to work on zone 2 cardio, steady state cardio. You can have things where you raise your heart rate by lifting heavy weights, but we really want to work on working with your body, not against your body. Gone are the days of masochistically working out or telling yourself that you had to burn this number of calories, do this many burpees, do P90X, be in the gym for 90 minutes to 2 hours, too much. It's actually going to be counterproductive to you releasing weight and transforming your body. As women age, our cortisol spikes earlier in the day. And what that means is when you go, and this goes into step number 2, and you go and have a cup of coffee, your cortisol is already spiked first thing in the morning. So it is better for you to actually get out, stretch your body, do some yoga, do a workout first thing in the morning, and then come home and have your coffee. Yes, caffeine supports in your metabolic rate, right? In being a diuretic, in releasing weight, staving off cravings, different things of that nature. If you're having good, I'm talking about good organic coffee, not coffee with whipped cream and sugar syrups and Splenda and all the things, and then heavy cream, and no. Okay, we're talking about good organic coffee, right? Where you're using stevia or honey or monk fruit as a sweetener, and then you're doing a dairy of choice or non-dairy of choice in a measured amount, right? And that's going to be supportive in releasing weight. But we really want to look at consumption with coffee. So step 1 was getting out of the P90X, the crazy HIIT training, 5 days a week. We really want to move into steady state cardio paired with lifting heavy weights, okay? That's what you're going to want to do. Another thing when it comes to fitness that I just wanted to say with number 1 is shout out to the weighted vest, okay? I got turned on to the weighted vest by Shailene Johnson. I absolutely love her. If you don't know about her, please go follow her. I will link her channel here. She's amazing and doing a lot to support women as they age and staying fit, releasing weight, especially those going through menopause and perimenopause. So I personally am not there yet, but I've turned on to her, and I absolutely love her. I've loved her for a very long time, and we're similar in a lot of ways, but she's really trailblazing, and I just support 1,000%. All women, we need to rise higher, support one another, and go there together. Definitely go check her out. Okay, that being said, a weighted vest. I'll link the one that I have below if you want to check it out. Start with about 10, 12 pounds. I started off there. However, I am very strong and fit, have a strong core, strong back. So I work on those things because I personally functionally train my body. I'll get into that in step 3, but right now with fitness. So I now use a 20-pound weighted vest, and I walk on an incline of 25 personally. I did build up to that. I also bring it with me on the revolving stairs. I wear it when I'm running errands. Yes, I am that person, but it is great to do. Put that on. It's going to help with releasing weight, burning more calories, supporting and strong bones. This is going to be better than any supplement that you can take as you age to have strong bones, strong muscles, strong core, strong back, and in your cardiovascular endurance. Okay, so that's going to be very, very amazing. Okay, I also, when we're lifting heavy, I love free weights because it supports your body in understanding where you are stronger in one side of your body than the other. When you're doing free weights, you might notice my left side is stronger than my right side is stronger than my left side. I love to do things, so I'm going to go. So that's step number one. We want to get out of plyometrics, P90X, pushing our body, running incessantly, doing sprints, and we want to move into steady state cardio where you're, kind of out of breath. We're not talking about a leisurely walk, right? But walking is incredible for zone 2 cardio, okay? The other thing is pairing that with heavy weights, 2 to 3 days a week, depending on your fitness level. Meet yourself where you're at and then add to it. A great thing that I love to tell people to do is when you join a gym, they always say we have a free, session that you can do with a trainer. Do the free session and tell the trainer, hey, listen, I want you to take me over to the free weights. I want to go to the place where I'm intimidated in the gym. Don't give me some routine that I won't be able to do without you. I want a routine that I can do on my own. My goal is to release this much weight, get this fit, feel this way. Have them give you something as simple that you can do on your own. And then if you really like them, obviously sign up for more sessions. But that's the way to get the most out of those free sessions, okay? Even when they're trying to sell you on a greater package, just go, here's what I really need. This is a free session for me. I just signed up for the gym. Great, okay? So that's something that I wanna say. I always tell my clients to do that. Next, with step number 2, right? We looked at coffee and having coffee at about 10, 11 o'clock, not first thing in the morning, putting acid upon acid and spiking your cortisol anymore. Okay, now step number 3 that I'm going to tell you that I absolutely love for transforming your body is you really want to get into connection with what is serving you, but I'm going to tell you hands down right now, guys, in these 6 steps, add more protein. You want a minimum of 100 grams of protein, a minimum of 100 grams of protein, and I'm talking about lean protein. I really, really want you to add more protein to your diet. Here are a few pro tips that are going to support you, because I'm always asked, Melissa, how do you get so much protein? I eat about 150 grams of protein per day. I'm 5'4". I'm not sure what I weigh. I don't really weigh myself. I just go off of my clothes. But I've been able to wear the same clothes for like 20 years. So that tells you what I do works. I don't believe in diets. I don't believe in deprivation. But a great thing that you can do is you can get liquid egg whites and use that instead of almond milk. Use that instead of water when you're doing your oatmeal. It will add fluff when you're doing other things. Liquid egg whites is a game changer that can add a significant amount of protein very, very quickly and very easily with no fat and minimal calories. And then you can get it from other things. What are other great ways that you can get protein in your diet? This is honestly all seafood. I absolutely love. Seafood is a game changer. You want it to be wild. You want to make sure it's organic. Farm raised is best. Other great ways to get lean protein, if you do eat meat. I am personally not, I don't really eat meat. It's just something I stopped doing a long time ago for myself. But you have to do what's right for you and what's right for your body. Pay attention to what energizes you and fuels you most. I love to tell people, especially women, have 1 egg and 3 egg whites in the morning. Add in your veggies. If you guys want, I love to make egg cups. That's in my wholeness cookbook. If you want my wholeness cookbook, we are doing a opportunity that you can get my cookbook for free for this week only. So if you want that, put cookbook below. We have like over 10 to 12 different egg cup recipes. They are great for you. They're great for the family. You can cook them once, twice a week, have them on hand, pop them whenever you need them. They are incredible. I also love to make my own protein bars. If I do like a protein bar and want to grab one, I love Built Bar. I'll put my link for those below as well if you guys are interested. Right now, you can get my link has a discount. If you want them, those are the ones that I personally choose to eat. I always get asked which ones I eat if I'm not making them myself, and it's usually Built Bar. I like them. They do seriously taste like a candy bar, but I like that they're made with real dark chocolate, collagen, and protein for women. I think it's great. And I like the numbers. It's not a meal replacement. This is actually their bars are really more of a snack. They range anywhere from like 120 up to 180 calories, and anywhere from 2 grams of fat up to like 6 grams of fat, but it's more meant as a snack. And that's really how I like to look at protein bars. It's just meant to be a snack to get you from point A to point B, but I'd rather whole foods. So now let's get into our next tip. The next tip is actually eating whole foods. I believe in clean eating. I do not believe in all the other things with the keto and the paleo and the this and the that. If you can't eat that way for your entire life, then that to me is just another form of a diet. We want to start looking at how to eat and actually create a healthy lifestyle. This is not a momentary thing. This is not for 3 months, 6 months. This is not just until I transform my body. We are transforming you from the inside out to give you the identity of the version of you that you want to be. And what that means is being healthy is not a part-time thing. When you really look at movement and food and being healthy as this is just me, then getting sick for a week or overeating one night or going on vacation and having this, you don't stop. You just go, it's okay because I've committed to this. This is just now me for life. So we don't go in and out of it. It's a dangerous place, and people have not shifted their identity when they actually are sitting there and going, well, I'm on this diet for this many days and I'm going to do this for this. I get wanting to cleanse. I get wanting to see a change in your body more quickly. I understand it completely, but we're talking about the long game here. I'm talking about you transforming your body and keeping your body. I'm talking about you being the best version of you, because if you give me a woman who feels good in her body, she will be unstoppable. She will go for her dreams. She will want to be seen. She will be her best self for her family. She will want to be intimate with her partner. She will not be hiding. She will not be beating herself up. She will be an inspiration. She will be a motivation. She will be happy and thriving because her weight will not stop her from dressing the way she wants, from wearing whatever she wants. She won't live in doubt and limitation. She will be limitless because she is whole and complete within herself. I believe everything starts with the body, and how we treat ourselves is how we believe we deserve to be treated by others. How we treat our bodies is how we teach others to relate to us, right? Everything is a mirror. So it all starts with you, lady love. And that's why I'm so committed to supporting you in this vision for you having your ideal body and living as your best self now. So let's get into more tips. The other thing that I'm going to tell you with protein is we want 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I want you to actually go higher than that. I want you to start eating your protein first, then go to your veggies, then go to your starch. Don't start with the bread basket. Pass on that. Get yourself a salad or a clear soup. Look at food as fuel. What is my optimal fuel? How can I eat in a way that's going to give me the energy, that's going to help me to age backwards, that's going to make me feel beautiful, that's going to give me glowing skin, that's going to give me an amazing set, right, of abs, that's going to give me the body that I want, that's going to give me the energy that I want, that's going to give me the life that I want, because I am committed to and know that I hands down am going to live over 100. But my vision of living over 100 is not me, right, being like decrepit and not looking good. And no, I'm actually going to be the one that's going to be paving the way of like, oh my God, she's 100 and she's doing this. Yes. Why? We have to get away from thinking that our life, that as we age, we're just going backwards and declining and getting weaker. No, we're getting stronger. We're getting better. Girl, I'm just getting started and so are you, right? And like the rest was just a rehearsal. It was just research. Now it's like, what do I want, right? So that's where we're going higher together. And I want you to go higher with me. We're going to do this together. So who do you want to be? What's the version of you? What's your ideal body? What do you want that to look like? So when I got clear on that and I said, I never want to diet anymore. I am so sick and tired of my weight holding me back. I am so done with all of these identities and everything being stuck around food. I said, this time I'm doing things differently. It was a road. I'm happy to tell you about my story. It was a road, but once I made that decision, that is who I've committed to being. And I've never looked back because I never felt so strong, so proud, so empowered, and so grounded in who I was. And I allowed myself to step into that version and not hold myself back. And once I did that, it propelled myself in all other areas. And I said, this is what I want to help all women to feel and do. I never want another woman to feel small or less than because of her weight. We are so much more than these bodies. And I also know that so much with society gets placed on how we look and all the things. I get it. But once we recognize that we are so much more than this body, that we are a spiritual being having a human experience, you start going, wait a minute, this body is just a vessel. I get to use it. I get to dress it up. I get to do this with it. I get to feel life through it. I want it to be strong. I want it to take me, hiking in incredible mountains in the Swiss Alps. I want to be able to right? Like you start looking at what you want for your life, and your body is the vehicle that's going to support in that. So we need to treat it. We need to love it. We need to connect with it. We need to be in it. And when we're constantly on a diet, we're saying you're not enough. We're energetically saying, I don't accept you, that I reject you. We're energetically saying, you're never going to be what I need, right? And that's just not true. Okay, that's actually the antithesis. And what happens is we start seeking for validation, acceptance, and approval from outside of ourselves. And it all starts in here. And the more that you eat in a way, like I always say, eat crap, you'll feel like crap, right? Like eat crap, you'll feel like crap, you'll have crappy thoughts, you'll do crappy things, and it will be in a downward spiral. But when you start moving your body each day, one of the things that I always say is do what you can, where you can, when you can. Do what you can, where you can, when you can. Take the pressure off. Just show up. Go for a walk for 10 minutes in the morning. Go in the afternoon. Go at night. You've now done 30 minutes. It does not need to be anything more than that. One of my clients, I love her so much, she sat there and she was giving advice to a friend, and she said, wait a minute. I'm giving this advice to my friend about turning 50, and yet I've told myself that since I didn't reach my ideal weight by age 50, there was no shot. She goes, no, I am 50 and now I get to live my best life. And she started signing, she's like, I'm gonna get this fixed, I'm gonna have that done, I'm gonna do this. Pulls out the treadmill, right? Gets a walking treadmill, puts on Hallmark Christmas movies while she's working from home. And she's like, I don't know why I wasn't doing this before. And I told her, I go, it doesn't even matter. What matters is you're doing it now, but we made it fun, we made it easy, and it's simple. It's not this big pressure filled, by this date, I need to look like this. No, it was just, wait a minute, why am I denying myself that, why am I telling myself that I can't have what I want? Pro tip, never be the person that denies yourself your dreams. Never be the person that denies yourself your desire. You get to have it all. A desire in your heart is meant for you. It's done. I know what people say that, but it's true. And when you start going, wait a minute, if it is true, then what would I think instead? If it is true that my ideal body, that I can release this weight really easily, that I can feel so good, why am I telling myself I can't, right? Why am I telling myself I missed the boat or that I should have done things differently? Don't bring yesterday into today. The only power we have is in this present moment. So I want you to be here with me right now. This moment, you are here with me because this is what you're meant to hear. So now let's do this, okay? So we're gonna do our protein. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna get to bed. You are going to commit that you are going to get to bed because you know that after 40, sleep is your best friend. Sleep is when your cells regenerate. This is when you release weight. This is when your body pulls on nutrients and gets rid of the waste. Why are we staying up and watching things on Netflix, scrolling on our phones, and doing all the things and then snacking? No. No bueno. No, thank you. No, thank you is what I say all the time. No, thank you. So instead, and try that on, instead, I actually want you to sit and go, you know what? I'm going to create a powerful nighttime routine. I know everyone talks about a morning routine, but I have to tell you, there is something that's more powerful about setting yourself up because your nighttime routine is actually the beginning of your next day. Your nighttime routine is setting you up for the most success that you're gonna have. So let's take the emphasis off of what we do in the morning, not saying not to have both, but I would rather you start off by sitting there and going, okay, alarm goes off on my phone, all right, I'm gonna put out my supplements for the morning, I'm gonna get all my things ready, I'm gonna go in my bed, I'm gonna put on some music, I'm gonna light some candles, I'm gonna journal, I'm gonna put in my mind the desires that I want for myself. I'm gonna set up my workout clothes are all set up. If you wanna learn about habit stacking, I did that in another video that I will link here. I'm trying to think out exactly which one it was, where I went in depth about habit stacking, what I do with my vitamins, how I eat, different things that I do. We wanna set the stage to make it as simple for you and as easy for you, because let's be honest here, ladies, after 40, and in general, if you're a high achieving, successful woman, which you are because you're here, right? You're in my energy. That's what we do. That's who we be. Then we know that we are only as good as the routines that we set and the way in which we set the stage for the desired success that we want to have. So we know that we want to make it as easy on ourselves as possible. Making healthy living, getting your ideal body, transforming all the things, don't make it such a big thing. But look at what are the roadblocks? What are the ways that I get in my own way? In the video that I was talking about with habit stacking, I say I put out my workout clothes for 7 days. They are laid out. I don't have to think about it. I get up, I do it. My morning, my lemon water, I press it the night before. I have the water, I put it in the fridge. I put in the microwave, I come out, I put it in the microwave in the morning, I do my water, I do a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, I shoot that down, that supports in releasing belly fat, helping balance out and support your metabolism. That's another little tip here. Apple cider vinegar will stave off cravings. It will release belly fat around the midsection. It also helps to balance the acidity in the body so that when you do eat, I want to call it as like an all natural fat blocker, essentially. Apple cider vinegar, it's great. There's so many health benefits. Another thing that's great to do is put apple cider vinegar in 4 tea bags of chamomile tea at night with a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. I promise you, you'll wake up and your belly will be flat. You will actually lose weight by doing this. It helps to release weight while you sleep. It's a little amazing. I have a viral video on that, and so many women I could not get over. They didn't believe me, and then they all came back and told me, and I was like, I know, it is a game changer. I learned about it when I became a holistic nutritionist, and I specialized and went deep into Ayurveda, and I actually have a book called Sip Yourself Slim. I got very into what are the ways that we can use waters and teas and different things to actually support our body naturally in releasing weight, detoxing, all the things. So I'm like a full-blown expert in that field. It's so good. If you want that book, it's called Sip Yourself Slim on Amazon. I think the links are below. But I digress. So let's get back into this for our 6 tips to release weight after the age of 40. We talked about at least 100 grams of protein per day, 1 gram per pound of body weight. If you weigh 130, then you want to eat 130 grams of protein. I shared with you how to get that in. I also talked about what workouts to do and what to stay away from. I also talked about when to have coffee and how to use it to support you in releasing weight. We also talked about the best way to eat to fuel your body for a life in your ideal body. So really, really looking at, instead of getting out of dieting and only this portion of time, I'm gonna do this, get out of that, guys, and instead just go, if I know that I'm choosing to be fit for life, then no matter what happens, you are committed to it. It's just who you be. We talked about creating the identity of the version of you who has the body, who has the health, and really, really looking at how does she operate, how does she think, what does she do differently than this version of you. We talked a little bit about habit stacking. We also talked about, as I gave you guys some different tips and tricks, the other thing that I'm going to talk about that everybody does, but I'd be remiss if I didn't, is guys, you have to up your water. You have to at least get in a gallon of water a day. Start right now with 1, then go up to 2 liters, then go up to 3 liters. Carry it on you. If you notice every one of my videos, I have my brewmate, my Mekoni, like I'm always walking around with my water because I'm always drinking water. I make sure about it. What are ways that we can get more water in our diet? We'll start looking at adding, one of my favorite tonics that I always share about is I do 2 tablespoons of organic lemon juice. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. This is in like a giant, like 40 ounce, a little bit of stevia, cinnamon, and cayenne pepper, and drink that throughout the day. Staves off cravings, detoxes the body, speeds up your metabolism. And it's also gonna get that water in, right? It's gonna count. Green tea also counts for your water intake. Green tea is incredible for speeding your metabolism. It's high antioxidant profile. Matcha is fantastic. It actually is 100 times the amount that regular green tea, but I like to get a big thing and I do an entire box of green tea in my pot, and I'll boil it and I put it in a pitcher and I just drink that throughout the week. I add it into my water when I go to the gym. It's like my own like pre-workout. I'm always adding green tea. I'm looking at how can I get my biggest bang for my buck. The way that I eat is how can I eat to support how I want to feel. Obviously I want it to taste good, guys. You know how much I love deconstructing really fatty. Like my favorite thing is looking at like, what is my favorite dessert and how can I make it healthy? You guys know my favorites, a fudgy brownie with mint chocolate chip ice cream. So then it was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make my own ice cream and I'm gonna do it with cacao nibs and like, right? And then I like, how am I gonna make this brownie healthy? Which you guys have seen me do that in my other recipes. But these are the ways that I want you to start thinking, and then I want you to move more. Studies have shown that just going for a walk after each meal is going to support you in releasing weight so easily. So the key to this is look at it as a lifestyle, create the identity, have protein, a lot more protein in your diet, move your body in a way that supports you, that feels easy, and choose that this is just who you be undeniably. All right, guys, if you want my cookbook, put it below, put cookbook, and I'll make sure to get you that link. As you guys know, we have so many ways that you can be in our energy and be a part of our events and other things. We have our identity shifting workshop coming up on the 8th and the 9th. I'll put that link below. If you are ready to go all in and are like, I want to become unrecognizable, I want the success, I want the body, I want to have it all. Reinvention doors are open for my 6-month mentorship experience. This is like a game changer, live event. There's so much that goes into that. I will put that link below. I am off to go work out. As you can tell, I'm quite antsy, but I wanted to come in here because I had a lot to share. I love you guys. You've got this. I've got you. Let's do this. And let's make it our best. Honestly, let's make it our best year yet. But everybody keeps talking about the new year. I'm like, the new year starts now. It's like, it starts right now, right here, right now. Me and you, let's do this. I got you. See you in the next video. We have, my next video is launching tomorrow. So check it out. If you like this, subscribe. I'd love to have you here. Either way, so grateful. Bye, guys.